Hey, what's up, guys? Check out this guy's channel, The Gentleman's Club. He has a new video. The female XLESS pandemic is making modern women weird and creepy as more men join the rejection era.
I haven't kissed a man for a year. I'm unemployed and I just feel like dating and looking for a job are so similar. Essentially, I'm in my rejection era. Like Monday, I had a Hinge date. He gets my number. We plan to go out Monday evening. He never texted me, so I went back to the match and he had unmatched me. Earlier that day, I got an email for a job I applied for saying their usual, thanks so much, but we decided to go a different direction. I'm embracing my rejection era. We'll see where I end up.
I do agree with this woman that she said dating and applying for jobs or working, it can be similar to like a part-time job. Because when you guys go out to date, you're just interviewing the woman. You're seeing if you would be a good fit for that person, and there's no strings attached. There's no guarantees. Also, she said that she matched with a guy and she texted him and he unmatched her. Baseline is actions that he wasn't interested in seeing this woman. Because if they want to see you, they're going to make it easy.
Men deserve an Oscar for the first 2 weeks of their performance of a situationship. They genuinely deserve a fucking medal because I have never seen better acting than that. The fucking calling, the constant tension, the constant like really good guy act. Yeah. They deserve an Oscar. They deserve something. Like someone come round up and like give these men something, because what the fuck? How can you all act the same but be so different and be good at what you're doing? Am I stupid? Like there's a reason I keep falling for it. Like, oh my god, you guys are really good at pretending. Genuinely really good. Look into acting. Make a career out of this, baby. Make a career. I'm so serious.
The guys that she's dating are the top 15%, and they know how things go because they have a lot of experience. And it is true. When you guys go on dating, you're going to send your representative, right? You're going to be on your best behavior. It's similar to when you guys are interviewing for a job. Make sure you keep it in the most positive light, and you're basically going to do what they ask to make the customer happy. Also, in the beginning, it is true that the guy, he's going to pursue the woman in the beginning because the woman is also dating multiple people at the same time. And I suggest that you guys date multiple women at the same time so that you're not hung up on one person. Also, it's possible that either the guy was unattracted to her through dating or he had other leads. That's why as the dating goes on, once you hook a fish and then it's less work, right? Then you guys are going to pull back on the communication, the attention.
I'll write you a letter of recommendation and everything. Trust me, I will.
I'm so done with dating. I'm so done with casual dating. I'm so done with trying to find the love of my life. Like, bro, I'm 30 years old. And these men in 2026 are not doing it for me. They're just not. I don't know if it's LA. I don't know if it's the whole world, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and be single for the rest of my life, because every time I even try and step outside and go on a date, I realize how much effort I'm putting into something that does not put in effort ever. Like, I don't know what it is. Men in 2026, they want everything. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. Like, they don't want one person. They want a million of them. And then the best one to come, they'll drop you in a heartbeat. So that's how I feel about dating in 2026.
This woman is 30 years old, and keep in mind that when she was 21, women peak at that age because men, they prioritize youth and fertility. Also, for you guys, you'll peak at around 31 because you have to work on all of the areas of your life. Women in general date older guys or men with higher status. And it is true for men that are around 30 years old that she's dating. It's like Thanos, where he collected all of his infinity stones. Obviously, you're going to want to play with your infinity stones, right? because then you know your true power. It's like going to martial arts. When you're a white belt, you don't know jack shit. Maybe people don't even want to train with you because you're a white belt. Versus when you get more experience, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, and then you know how the game works and you're more powerful. You guys can age like a fine wine if you put in the work. Make sure you guys get your body on point because it gets easier when you get jacked and shredded. Versus if you look like this guy on the left, this guy's invisible. Nobody's giving him looks because he's not putting in work. He feels embarrassed of himself, very unattractive. You're gonna feel weak and you won't shoot your shots. Versus if you get your body game on point, you're gonna be outcome independent. You're gonna shoot your shots and you'll find the women that want to date you.
It should be illegal for guys to call you the mother of the kittens if they're just gonna ghost you, like a couple weeks later. Like, why would you call me the mother of your kittens if you don't fucking give a shit? Like, this dude really had me thinking he was dead. Dead, y'all. No, he just ghosted me because he doesn't have the emotional intelligence to just be like, hey, actually, I don't think there's anything here, which I agree, but come on now, you could have, like, been an adult and communicated, like, what the fuck? Can we normalize giving clarity? Like, we're adults.
It is possible through the dating process that the guy dated her and then they did the activities indoors. And it's possible that either he's just not attracted to this girl or he had other leads. Because it's not like she's bad looking and she looks relatively young. These are the red flags that men consider for women when they date them. Poor communication, who expects to read her mind creates unnecessary conflict, silent treatment or passive-aggressive behavior signal lack of maturity. High-quality relationships require direct and honest dialogue. Financial irresponsibility, obsession with expensive gifts, or a refusal to contribute to financial suggests a lack of partnership. I know some of you guys, you don't have a lot of experience on when you guys set up the date and then the woman's going to change the location to a super expensive place. It's possible that she's just trying to use you. Because if a girl really likes you, you could take her to tree-level place and she'll still go. Excessive debt or lifestyle funded by others indicates poor planning. You want a partner who builds wealth with you, not somebody who drains it. Also, it's possible that certain people, they grew up poor, and that's why they more focus on the financial aspect, because my parents, they were born in Vietnam during a civil war. They came to the United States, and life, it was not easy for them. And I know even when I worked in software, I was making a good amount of money. However, I still had scarcity mindset. And it's something to be aware of so that you could change them. Because you guys should be investing into yourself first before you invest into other people. Constant drama. If a woman always at the center of the conflict with friends or family, she is the common denominator. Frequent crises indicates a lack of problem-solving skills. Chaos in personal life will eventually bleed into relationships. I know some of you guys where you're so used to chaos from your childhood that you would put up with a woman that's going to create a chaotic relationship with you as an adult because that's your normal. And you would decide if you want to continue that type of relationship or do you want to level up and change and evolve. Lack of accountability. A woman who blames her exes or coworkers for her problems, lack of self-awareness, refusal to apologize for mistakes is a major warning sign. Growth requires owning your own actions. Also, this is a red flag for you guys as well. Always be accountable for your actions. Be a man, take responsibility, because I know I can only change myself. I can't change a woman, a company, my country. That's why some people, they talk about we as men. There's no such thing as we. I want you guys to use I, me, my, and myself now. because I am trying to program myself to change. What other people are doing, it's not my business. That's why when you guys grow on your self-development journey, you might have to reduce the time or cut out the time you spend with family, your friends, certain coworkers, women. Disrespectful treatment from others. Observe how she treats service staff or subordinates. Rudeness to waiters or drivers reveals a sense of entitlement. People treat other people how they feel about themselves. This behavior reflects how she will eventually treat you once the honeymoon phase is over. Extreme neediness, requiring constant validation or isolation from your friends, is a sign of insecurity. When you guys are dating in a relationship, make sure you still spend time with your boys, assuming that they're leveling up in life, because you need time away from the woman so that she can wonder about you, so that you could have mystery, and so that you could grow. Because I know when I hang out with my boy, most of the time we're working out, we're doing martial arts, and you guys can connect with things that are going on in your life. A healthy partner encourages your independence. Control masked as care is still control. Also, inconsistency. Action must match words. If her story changes or she frequently cancels plans, she does not value your time. Reliability is the foundation of trust.
So let me catch y'all up. I'm just gonna tell y'all about the interactions I've been having with guys I'm trying to meet. But like, guys are so weird. I don't understand. Guys, you cannot text a girl telling me I'm so interested and then start going ghost. It's giving me you not interested, and then I gotta start leaving you on red, and it's just period. I'm 31 years old. I ain't got time to play games. Like, baby, you'll get left on red ASAP. I don't even block people. You just get left on red. You gonna see when you have me effed up. Like, my pet peeves. First impression is everything. So if you start something and you start acting funny, I'm gonna leave you where you started acting funny. Period. Like, dating is so ghetto, y'all. Like, one man went off on me because I said I didn't like LA. Okay. Then one man tells me he's so interested in seeing me and getting to know me and goes ghost for 2 days. Make it make sense. Like, what?
Keep in mind that this woman is older. Also, it's possible that she's 30 over. People do treat you better when you guys get lean, when you guys drop the weight and pack on a muscle. Also, there are some guys where they're just trying to fill out their schedule. Some guys, they just swipe right on every profile, and then when they get matches, they filter people out. Also, for messaging, guys could copy and paste messages to all of the matches. Maybe you guys are practicing your texting, or maybe you're just like fishing, right? You're trying to see who's gonna give you interest. Also, never argue with a woman. There's no point. It's also possible that the guys would want to see this woman, but they won't want to take her out because of the packaging.
Dating in 2026 fucking sucks. How come almost every single guy invites themselves over to my house? They're like, let's smoke. Or the other way around. They're like, you want to come over and smoke? No, I don't want to come over and smoke with you. I want to go on a date. Like a normal fucking person. When did all these guys forget what a date is? I'm scared I'm going to be single forever.
This woman is saying that dating in 2026, it's cooked, it's trash. It may be true for the average man, because when you're average, you're invisible. Nobody's giving you looks. It's only when you look like an athlete that you're going to get looks. Because I know when I'm in the gym, even when a couple comes in, the girl will still look my way. Even when she's with her guy. That shit makes me laugh. Make sure you guys get your exercises on point. You track it. Your sleep is tracked. Your macros are tracked. You're just going to come up with a diet plan that you eat every day. It's boring. It works though. And it's not all about looks. The looks is like the icing on the cake. It's that man that you're building. What you're doing every day, it builds discipline. You're relentless. You're going to feel fucking powerful when you get to the state. Because you're going to know deep down inside that you put in the work, you did every single thing possible to make yourself look the best. Also, for you guys that are below 6 foot, maybe you're a shorty, you got a keg on your stomach, maybe you're Asian and they're telling you that you're not attractive in the US. I call bullshit, you know? Just make sure you level yourself up and you do your best. Because I'm only 5'6.5". I'm 40 plus and I get looks. It just makes it easier to talk to a woman when your body is on point. Because I want you guys to build the fantasy and sell them the dream. Also, this woman is saying that men are inviting themselves over to her place, to their place, to smoke. And I wonder if it's like a younger generation thing, or is it those guys where they have game and they know how things work? Because if a guy doesn't have experience or leads and he asks a girl, oh, do you want to come over to my place? It's possible to have a girl come over to your place and slam her. The percentages are lower though, versus if you just took this girl out, and it's possible that she's talking to like a top 15% guy where he has tons of matches, he's talking to tons of girls, and he doesn't care. That he's not going to take a woman out. He's just going to tell him to come over.
I've been back on Hinge for almost 2 weeks now, and it's been nothing but crickets. Like, it's so dry, and I'm not even looking for anything serious. I'm quite frankly just looking for like maybe a fun bender and a drunk makeout sesh. Even that is impossible. One guy was talking to me about how maybe he shouldn't be on here because he's not over his ex. Then there was the second dude where we were just going back and forth with, and then he was like, oh, so when are you going to take it upon yourself? Want me to plan the date? Okay, princess. The cycle of re-downloading and deleting continues.
Even this woman said that she wanted to date casually. And for you guys, it's all casual in the beginning. There's no strings attached. Never bring up that you like the woman. Never say that you want a relationship with the woman. You wait for her to say these things to you. It's possible for it to happen after, I would say, 3 to 5 dates. If she likes you like that. Also, I'm assuming that this woman, she's on the dating apps like off and on, off and on. So she knows what time it is. Never bring up your ex. Never talk about that. That's something that you talk to your boys about. Because if you say, I'm not over my ex, that woman doesn't give a fuck about your problems. If she did ask you about your ex or your previous relationships, make sure you paint them in a positive light. For example, my ex wanted different goals and we both decided that it would be better to split up, and I wish her well with her journey. Also, for planning dates, make sure within the first 5 texts you ask for availability. Because the whole point is to date the woman in person. There's no point to get to know a woman on text or over the phone. It's going to get rid of your mystery. It's a waste of your time. You guys should be busy working on other things.
No one bothers you more than a man who played in your entire face. Don't ever feel bad about a man not hitting you up. I promise you, within a couple of years, he will hit your line some way, somehow. I've had men email me. I've had men find me on WhatsApp, also on LinkedIn, and we haven't spoken in years. A man will always find his way back into your life some way, somehow. If he's not talking to you, it's because he's entertaining somebody else. When she disappears, he's right back in your inbox trying to play games with you. Literally kill these men's egos. You're not that special, love. That's what you need to remind yourself if and when that man tries to come back into your life.
Some of you men cannot be on the market because you haven't worked on yourselves. If you're a 4, you're going to attract 4s. That's why it's imperative for you guys to level yourself up so that the quality of woman that you're attracting is higher. Also, what this woman said about men hitting her up, it's because they want the ex. Because you guys got 10 times the testosterone and you know what you guys want. That's why they're trying to hit this girl up. It is true that, for example, when I got cheated on, I bought a PS5. I played it for 14 hours for a month. And then My lady at the time, she wanted to go mess around with the doctor, and then they did the X, and then we broke up essentially because I had evidence. You could check their phones, you could check Facebook for messages, and then later that guy dumped her, and then she tried to come back around for recreation only. Make sure you have self-respect for yourself first. Always observe the actions over what they say.
I'm not dating anymore. I'm sick of being ghosted and going on dates with men who are drier than a Weet-Bix in a drought, and I'm uncomfortable, and I don't want to know your favorite color, and I'm bloated, and I don't want to go back to yours because my pants are too tight and my tummy's sore.
This woman is saying that she's constantly getting ghosted. What's the common denominator? It's her. And it's possible that she's batting out of her league. 80% of women on dating apps, they're competing for the top 20% of men. Even in real life, if you cold approach this woman, a 95% rejection rate. 90 to 95 rejection rate. That means you gotta go through the nose to get your yeses, your conversions. This woman is basically a negative Nancy because everything that came out of her mouth was super negative. You're gonna wanna avoid this kind of person.
Ladies, let's talk about it. These men, this generation men, the ones that we're dating, hard pill to swallow ladies, but they don't like us. They do not like us. They download playing on the other team and using us for face surface. That's it. Cause ain't no way these men feel like we owe them, they are the prize, and that's not how it was. That's not how it was meant to be. They don't like us. That's what I'm learning. This new generation of men don't like us. They like men. That's what it is. They like men.
It's possible that she's talking about one man, or maybe a couple men that treated her not so good, and then women will say, all men are no good, based on the actions of a few, which is unfair to say. Also, she said that men think that they're the prize. I want you guys to invest into yourselves. Whether it's a cheap-ass $15 book, a course, a coach, a business trip, something that's going to change your life. Because if you're not investing into yourselves, you're going to look and feel like dog shit. Like this guy over here. Lack of discipline. He's not controlling what's going into his mouth. Maybe some of you guys are smoking, drinking, staying up late. When you guys dial in, it just gets better. It's possible for some of you guys to lock in for 60 to 90 days and you'll look like a completely different person. Obviously, if some of you guys are obese, it's going to take you more time. However, the journey and the goal is the same. For you guys to get jacked and shredded. Because only 1% of men have visible six packs. You're the king of your kingdom. You guys should work on your fitness, your fashion, your finances, communication, body language, and it'll get you most of the gains that you need to compete in a dating market if you want to compete in it. Also, this woman is complaining that men are not treating her properly. It's the packaging. What are the red flags here? Because like I said before, when you guys get jacked and shredded, people will treat you better. It's a halo effect. It's a law of attraction. Also for you guys, make sure you fix your teeth. Get your braces, get Invisalign. Because women, they pay attention to this kind of stuff. Fix your teeth. Make sure you get whitening. Your grooming, top and bottom. Your hands are clean. Your nails are clipped. If you're inviting a woman over to your place, make sure your place is clean. Your car is clean.
What it is. They like me.
I think a lot of women are experiencing long periods of time of zero attraction to men. I thought I was the only one, and I kind of kept it to myself. I was like, maybe this is weird because I literally don't find anybody attractive. Even like think of the most hot celebrity, I don't find them attractive. It's just been so long since I found a man inside and outside attractive at all. I'm also divorced, so dating after divorce, You know, if I thought I knew what I wanted before, oh man, do I have an even clearer picture now. And as my window of tolerance, it has shrunk. My window of tolerance has absolutely shrunk to like this. It just gets frustrating when you go so long not being attracted to anybody, and then you finally meet someone and you're not that compatible. And it's usually for stupid reasons. It's very frustrating.
This is how women categorize men: your physical attractiveness, facial symmetry, health markers, your fitness, it's up to 30%. Your height, shoulder to waist ratio. Make sure you have low body fat and clear skin. Dial in your sleep 7 to 8 hours. Socioeconomic status and resources. Career trajectory, your income, social influence. 45%. It's fucking heavy. Ability to provide your ambition, financial independence, high status role, personality and social intelligence, your humor, your empathy, ability to understand women, their hormones, their emotions. They're not the same as men. Communication skills, make sure you speak more clearly. Work on your range, your tone. It's something that I need to work on as well. You guys could go on meetup.com and then join Toastmasters for humor. Who's your favorite comedian? Maybe you like Joe Coy. And listen to the way he tells stories, the way he tells jokes, and then come up with your own little jokes. Up to 35%, your confidence, your leadership, and your protection. Your confidence, your leadership, and your protection. Your confidence, it can come from money, or it can come from your body. Also, protection. Men have been protectors throughout time. And just because we live in relatively safe times, women, they're scared of everything. That's why they're going to want to be with a man that is in good shape. I'm only 5'6.5". I did martial arts before. It's going to build your confidence, because when you get your ass kicked, you know you could take more, and then you're going to adapt.
Stupid reasons. It's very frustrating.
This woman is older and she's divorced. I'm assuming she has some traumas and some problems from the past that may need to be worked on. And this is a sign. It's a red flag. Because I wonder why the marriage didn't work out. Was it the guy? Was it the girl? Make sure you're investigating these kinds of women that you date.
So I went on a really good date on Saturday, a Bumble date. We're grown, right? Like, I was under the impression that we're not playing games anymore. So, like, if I want to get intimate with you, I'm not gonna, like, make you wait just for the sake of making you wait. Like, what? So you'll like me more? I'm 38 years old. I'm a single mom. Like, I only have so much free time when we're going on a date and I like you. So my Saturday night date was great, and I thought it went really great. He hasn't called or texted. Well, he texted, but that was only because I texted him. He just replied. I'm kind of sad. I'm just never going to find anyone. I'm like living the dream, you know, strong, independent woman. Just guess I'll never have anyone to share that with. So.
This woman went on a date with one man, and she's saying that she wanted intimacy. Observe the tattoos too. She's a single mom. How would you escalate with this woman? You plan the date. You could go on 3 different dates in one night. Go out to wine, go out to appetizers, go dance bachata. It breaks the touch barrier when you're dancing with a woman because you're mad close to her. You're leading her when you're dancing. You're looking her in the eyes. When you guys are on a date, make sure you sit next to the woman so that it doesn't feel like an interview if you're sitting across from them. You could touch the hand, like just tap it or read her palm. FitX Fearless does this. Tap the shoulder, tap the knee. You could compliment her hair, her eyes. She looks like she's in good shape. And then kiss her, basically. At the end of those dates, whether it's like 2 dates, 3 dates, 3 locations, right? Then you just say my place or your place. And that's it. If you guys are old enough, you could stock wine. And that's the only time I want to hear you guys drinking is if you're on a date. Because the wine, it's not for you. It's for your date. I could understand why this guy didn't escalate with this woman. It's because of the tattoos. Because it's not like she could cover the tattoos. She said that she's living her best life. She's a strong, independent woman, and maybe that turned the guy off. This is how men rate women. Up to 50% for their physical attractiveness, fertility, and youth. Socioeconomic status and resources. Woman's high income as secondary benefit rather than requirement. 10% to 15%, which is an indicator that men don't care about a woman's income, her job, for the most part. Personality, humor, empathy, communication skills, cooperativeness, emotional stability. It's possible that she's not displaying emotional stability based on her packaging. Also, religion, family goals, hobbies, shared values, lifestyles. It's up to 20%. It's possible that that guy didn't escalate because he didn't see a future with her. However, if you guys just wanted to do the X, do what I said earlier on in this clip. I also want you guys to be aware of the financial responsibilities if you got this woman pregnant as well.
You know what I want? Please bring back men that are of use to women. I need my nails done. Babe, I got you. How much is it? Can we bring back, like, please, men from the 1950s come back to life? Okay? Because the men right now don't want to be useful. They just want to give you eggplant. I don't need eggplant. Okay? Men are overestimating the demand for eggplant. The demand is low. The supply is high. Okay? Nobody wants your eggplant. Be useful. Pay a bill or two. Supply is too high. Why is your eggplant different? Okay? Supply is high. Demand is low. Okay? Bring back useful men. Okay? Men that understand that they have to spend some money.
This is a red flag: financial irresponsibility, obsession with expensive gifts, or refusal to contribute. Financially suggests a lack of partnership, excessive debt, or lifestyle, indicating poor planning. This woman is saying that a man is only useful if he's paying bills or paying for her nails, and I'm assuming this woman grew up poor. Because if she grew up with money, she wouldn't be asking for this kind of shit. This is disgusting to me, that she's asking for these kinds of things.
Get rid of these cheap men.
Here's the reasons why I genuinely believe men really don't like women. Number one, they love when you're hot, but hate when you know you're hot. Confidence offends them more than cleavage. Number two, they want us to be chill so they can get away with murder. Low maintenance equals I don't want to be held accountable. Number three, they want us silent unless we're moaning or hyping them up. But let us talk about our standards. Suddenly it's you too much. Number four, they date us, but they quote men who hate us. Andrew Tate is not your friend, babe. Number five, they think respect is conditional. If you're too sexy, no respect. If you're too emotional, no respect. If you have too many opinions, definitely no respect. So who gets in then? Number six, they want peace, but they bring war. You walk in calm and live with emotional damage. Number seven, they don't want girlfriends. They want unpaid therapists with lingerie. They'll trauma dump, get free schmecks, and ghost. And still somehow say, we are the problem. 8, they love independent women until we act like we don't need them. Then it's emasculating. Sorry, I paid for my own nails. 9, they think cheating is a mistake, but your reaction is disrespect. So you violated me, but I'm dramatic. Anyways, let's go to part 2.
This woman is saying that all men are bad, or that all men don't like women, and it's only the men who she's choosing, the men who she's dating. The top 15% of the guys that have options. And it's true, a guy wants his woman to be attractive, for sure. To be confident so that she's not too needy. And for sure, be chill, not too much drama. She said that some guys are low maintenance, and the guys who have tons of options, they're not going to give princess treatment or priority to one woman because they got a roster. Men are going to value cooperativeness and emotional stability. You guys should have self-respect for yourself And also respect for other people that you're dating. Make sure you're aware of people that want to bring chaos to you, because you can't put a price on your peace. Also, this woman is saying that she's independent, she pays for her nails. That's cool. She also brought up cheating. When you guys are dating, there's no strings attached at the end of the day. You could do whatever you want. It's a free-for-all. If she made it exclusive with you guys and that's your chick, then, you know, you lose your right to go out and do those kinds of things, because then it's more exclusive.
Listen to me so clearly when I tell you this. If a man ever tells you that he wants to work on himself, the only thing he wants to work on is his relationship with another woman. Very rarely, if ever, do men work on themselves. It is absolutely a cop-out to saying, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Accept this. Understand this. Move on from this. I repeat, this is a cop-out statement. If he says he is working on himself, he is absolutely not. He's absolutely not. You are trying to rationalize in your mind like a woman, what a woman would do. If a woman says, I'm going to work on myself, we actually do it. When a man says he's working on himself, he's working on getting another bitch. Again, in his mind, he has found someone that is better suited for him, or that he would rather pursue. He would rather chase. That is not you. You are here. He is here. No. Someone's got to tell you, because no one is going to. So I will. He's not working on himself. He doesn't want to tell you. He doesn't want to move forward with you, okay? He's a loser. Loser who can't cop up to just saying, I don't want to do this with you. Instead, he's saying, I'm going to work on myself. It is literally the equivalent of, it's not you, it's me. Except it's worse, because it leaves you kind of questioning yourself. Like, what is he working on that he can't do with me? Nothing. He's still going to be the same dumbass loser. Okay, to the next one. Move on.
There can be some truth behind what this woman is saying, because if a woman says that she's working on herself, she's not interested in you guys. And it could go vice versa. Some of you guys can't be on a dating market because you need to work on your fitness, your fashion, your finances, communication, your game. Baseline the woman's actions over what she says. Because if she's not giving you attention, she's not making it easy, she's not interested in you. Make sure you invest into yourself first before you invest into someone else. It's possible that the woman, she fell out of love, or the guy fell out of love for her. Maybe she asked the guy if he wanted to be her boyfriend, and the guy was like, nah, I'm good, because he just wanted to have his rotation. That guy just wants to date. He's not interested in being locked down. Also, this woman, she's older and she's a single mom as well.
What's up with these guys that are saying that they're looking for a relationship, but then when you try and give them a chance, they're like, oh, actually, I realized I was looking for friends with benefits. Let's talk about that, because I'm hurt. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was doing something wrong. Finally, they admitted that they weren't being serious, and thankfully this time I didn't actually give it too much attention, and I learned from my past mistake. But it's it still hurts because it reminds you of what happened before. And although I'm proud of myself for not diving into this one, and I just knew, I'm like, this guy's not into me. I don't care what he says, his actions are not meeting up his words. But it still hurts. You wasted my time. What's worse is that they're cute. I get it. I get it for people that have trust issues when it comes to the dating scene. I get it. I'm feeling it. Your girl thought she was clingy. I'm not clingy. If anyone fucking says I'm clingy one more time, they can go across the street and get hit by a car. Alright? I'm not clingy. Something's wrong with you. You're the one that's fucking avoidant. Super avoidant, and you need to be healed. I've already healed. I'm not clingy. I'm good. I'm balanced. There's literally nothing wrong with me. If a motherfucker tries me again, I will literally just kick him to the curb no, bitch, you're not looking for a relationship. Don't fucking try me. Don't waste my time. It's way too valuable for your whole existence. I'm mad now.
This woman is complaining that the guy who she was dating wasn't interested in being exclusive. When you're dating, make sure you date multiple women at the same time, so you're not prioritizing one woman. Also, in dating, maybe the woman doesn't like you or the guy doesn't like the woman, that's the whole point of dating, right? Is to see where it goes. There's no strings attached in the beginning, because the guy could have said, I would consider a relationship if I shared similar values with the woman, something like that. Also, for the top 15% of men, they have options. They get a lot of matches and they're dealing with a lot of women. It's not just one woman. Baseline the actions of the other person over what they say. And she's saying that the guy said that she's clingy. It's possible that the guy piped her down so good that she wanted more instead of just like physical intimacy. It would be pretty easy for this woman to date 10 to 20 guys at the same time easily. Also, keep in mind for younger women, they're not necessarily looking for relationships. Whereas if she's in her 30s and mid 30s, maybe she wants to get wifed up. That's why she wants a relationship. Because women, they have a fertility window and they're expected to do certain things with their life depending on the time.
You want to know why you were never good enough for him to do the work for? Why he couldn't do it when he was with you to keep you? Why is he doing it now? We'll get to the actual reason at the end, but let's cover a few details first. Let's start with the elephant in the room. How do you know he's doing the work? Like, how do you actually know he's putting in the work? What evidence do you have for that? Because the jury's still out in that one. You see, it sounds impressive. It's much easier to say to you, I'm putting in the work. And that's why I'm creating space and distance, or that's why we're not together, than to say, I'm triggered and I'm scared and I don't know what to do about it. Or I need to go off the rails for a while and I don't want to tell you that. Or I just need to blow off some steam. It keeps you interested because it actually paints the picture that he is continuously growing and evolving and doing impressive things. It allows him to impress you, and he actually wants to do that, and I will explain why later. But it allows him to sound impressive, like he's growing and evolving and doing all of the good things whilst still actually avoiding doing the vulnerable things that he has to do the good things. Correct me if I'm wrong, but him saying I'm putting in the work has allowed him to hold on to your attention because he knows you value those things, so he can present that narrative to you rather than just saying I failed you and I realised that I did. Evidence. Now, one of the earliest signs that someone is in the mental space to actually be putting in the work is accountability. Now, emotional regulation and shifts in behaviours and sitting in the discomfort of your fears, that comes later, but initially, when you're in that mindset to actually put in the work, you will take accountability. Real growth starts there. It doesn't start with deflecting accountability. So he might be saying nice things like I'm putting in the work, but he still somehow is making you feel like you're to blame. Like that this was maybe your fault. You still don't really feel that he realizes what took place. He's kind of still deflecting. If he's avoiding full responsibility by justifying what he did or minimizing what he did, I would really question whether he actually is putting in the work, because accountability isn't one of the end signs. It's one of the very first. All of that is by the by, because actually the real reason he didn't put in the work when he was with you is because he didn't have to. He had no reason to. You were there. You stayed, you put up with what happened, and even when you told him that if he didn't change or he didn't make any changes you would go, he never actually believed that you would. When someone doesn't experience consequences for their behaviour, there is no real urgency to change said behaviour. Change begins when someone's back's against the wall. Someone doesn't run into change. Someone doesn't leap into change. It happens when they have no other choice. The healing often only starts once the safety disappears and the comfort of the relationship no longer is wrapped around them. You should have realised the reality of the opportunity while you were standing there asking for it, but he didn't. And they rarely do. They only reach this point when they've realised that they literally can't go on like this because something really hurtful has taken place. And when they lose you and they realise that you will not tolerate it any longer, very often that's their reason.
Women mature 2 to 3 times earlier than men. Also, women peak at 21. Men peak at 31. That means that a woman can have way more experiences earlier on in her life because men highly prioritize youth and fertility. That's why it's easier for a 21-year-old woman to date a 31-year-old man or a 40-year-old man. Versus if you flipped it and then You had a 21-year-old man dating a 31-year-old woman? My first girlfriend was 10 years older than me. It's less likely, though, that that would occur. I know some of you guys went through heartbreak or you got dumped. It takes time to level because Rome wasn't built in a day and it didn't decay in a day either. It takes time. You're basically going to learn from your mistakes and you're going to work with what you have at the time. Level yourself, work on all of the areas in your life that you can so that you can play on the level that you want. Everybody makes mistakes in relationships and it's your job to correct them and to be a better man later on. Be accountable for yourself. You're responsible for yourself. You guys can only change yourself. Make sure you prioritize yourself above anyone else in this world. I know some of you guys got kids. They're the most important in your life.
Why men stop chasing? Y'all know, Becky. You want to know. Number one, you become too available. Too available. Men love pursuing a woman and chasing after her and wanting to get her. It's a game that they want to win, just like any other game. Fucking golf, any freaking sport. If you drop everything, the second that man texts you, he is not going to see your time as valuable at all. Number two, sometimes he just got what he wanted. Maybe Jimmy wanted sex with you and he got sex with you. That's intimacy. He got it, he's gone. Maybe he wanted attention. Maybe he just wanted you to notice him and approach him at a bar. He got that, he's out. The chase ends, so does the effort. This smells so fucking good. The mystery disappears. The mystery is like foreplay. And if that expires, the buildup expires, then curiosity fuels interest. Don't give him the whole story on date one. Last but not fucking least, sit down while I tell you this, brace yourself. Jimmy was never interested. Never. He never wanted to pursue you. If he's hot and cold, he's interested one time, not interested the next, he's on and off, only texting you on weekends. He never had real intentions to begin with. So that means that you didn't do anything wrong, but you're just not the one. I hate when people blame themselves because, like, honestly, if it's not meant to be, it won't be. Be completely and utterly your authentic self. And if he walks away, leave the door wide fucking open and slam it on him when he leaves. The right one will come. Don't settle for Jimmy. Just like be the one they regret losing.
This woman is talking about the top 15% of men because they have a lot of options and they will sleep with a woman on their level and below. It's true in the beginning that men, they're gonna chase in the beginning because it's like fishing, right? You throw out your fishing pole with the bait, and then when the fish takes the bait, it gets hooked. And then you guys will be chasing less after you know you hooked a woman. Also, if a woman is needy and clingy, too much, it's a turnoff. Also, keep in mind, women, they speak 3 to 4 times more than men do. When you're on a date, make sure you ask them questions so that they could talk a lot. You want them talking most of the time. When the woman wants to know something about you guys, she's gonna ask. And make sure you're direct and straight to the point. It's like being on a stand in court. Judge asks you a question and you give only the information and what she asks. That'll allow you guys to maintain your mystery. It's also true that guys that she's dealing with, maybe they just wanted her for the ex.
I don't know if you noticed, but men don't know how to date anymore. Dating used to be an event. Like, he'd actually plan something. You'd be sitting there getting ready thinking, oh my god, he said 7 p.m. restaurant, dress nice. Now you're lucky if you even get what you're doing before 11 p.m. And I'm not talking about the bad guys, I'm talking about the average ones. The normal, everyday, I'm a nice guy guys. Because apparently now, nice means lazy. They don't court anymore, they don't conquer, they don't even initiate properly. I swear to god, some of these men approach dating like it's a customer service ticket. Hey, I messaged you, please respond in 3-5 business days. And the funniest part is they are confused when women aren't interested. They like, why should I always be the one to text first? Maybe because you're the man who's supposedly trying to pursue something? Like, bro, that's literally how nature coded you. That's your side of the mission. If you're not gonna lead, then what am I supposed to follow? You can't even hold a conversation anymore. You'll say, so what do you like doing? And they'll go, gym. Okay, and then what? Eat. Okay, and then sleep. Sir, are you a human or a hamster? And don't even get me started on the plans. What plans? They don't plan anything. They just say we should chill sometime. Sometimes when? Where? What do you mean chill? It's gotten so bad that when a man actually says, let's go to dinner at 8, I'll pick you up, women are out there texting their group chat like, girls, he's either a gentleman or a scammer. Wish me luck. Cause that's how rare it's become. Basic effort now feels like romance. And it's not even that we want luxury, it's about energy. Like, talk to me with intention. Flirt, have confidence, give me something to work with. And you know what's worse? When they say girls don't appreciate good guys anymore. Babe, you're not a good guy. You're just barely doing the minimum. Listen, we got tired of babysitting grown-ass men. Y'all stopped acting like men who know how to conquer, charm, and lead. And unfortunately, that's a reality. And I swear, sometimes I just want to hand them a lip gloss and say, here, sweetie, since you want equal energy so bad, go touch up too. But even then, they wouldn't get it. Because this generation doesn't understand courting anymore. They just understand convenience. So baby girl, you're not antisocial or picky. You're just done being unimpressed.
This woman is saying that she likes when men set the date, the time, and the location. You ask for availability. She's asking for a reservation, and then you could tell the woman to dress up. This woman wants to go on an expensive dinner date. There's a difference between bad boys because they got experience versus a nice guy where I'm assuming they don't have a lot of experience and they could be simps, they could be taken advantage of. When you're texting this woman, you ask what's your availability and that's it. Don't get to know her over text, over the phone. If you needed to call her to FaceTime her for like 5 minutes to get a feel for her, it's like a qualifier. You could do that. However, don't speak to this woman for hours on end because it's not going to help you. And then it's going to give up your mystery and it's going to show that you don't value your time. She also said that she was a part of a community where they have other women to help her determine if the guy is eligible or not. And she said that if the guy set the date, the time, the location, that he could be a scammer. It doesn't make sense because it contradicts what she wanted initially. This woman is older, she has more standards, and she has entitlement. And for sure, it's true. There are generational differences because dating in the past, it was different versus now. Also, you guys can get your passports and go outside of the country and you'll see cultures, they're different. And treatment of men are different as well.
There used to be a natural progression in dating, right? Where men would flirt with you a little, ask you out, and then you'd go out on a date and you see if you like each other. And that doesn't seem to happen anymore. I don't know if it's just me, but like there have been a number of times where a man asked me out, and even if I give them my information and we talk a little, we never actually go out. And I don't know where the breakdown is happening, if there's like a test that I'm failing. I'm a little too autistic for all that. Maybe they are checking to see if I will chase them down if they don't say anything, but I have things to do, brother. You know, like I have work to do. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to be going to brunch with one of my friends. Then for Christmas, I got myself this bombshell free people dress, and I need to find an event to wear it out to. Actually, maybe I'll see if my friend wants to do a fancy brunch. I have a tiara too. Wait, were we talking about men?
She said that men would flirt with her and get her contact information to set up a date. And I know some men, they would cold approach hundreds and thousands of women to get practice, communication, practice with texting, to see how it goes with the woman. And if the guys are not taking this woman out, they're not interested. Because if they were interested in taking this woman out, they'd make it easy. It's possible that this woman is a backup dancer. She's a spare tire. She's not a part of the main rotation. And also keep in mind that she's older as well.
What the fuck? Literally, what the fuck is wrong with men? Can anybody tell me? I'll wait. I've got time. As if Amanda and West weren't enough for me to deal with this week. I have some advice for the men that are dating, okay? If you're dating a girl and she expresses that she has quite strong feelings for you and that she'd like to take the next step. If you don't feel that way, if you don't want to take the next step, what you should say is, I don't feel that way.
Perhaps you could say, I really enjoy your company, but I don't see this going any further. Let me tell you what you shouldn't say, okay? This is what you shouldn't say if you have no intention of ever dating this person. Just, hypothetically, I certainly don't have notes. I certainly don't have notes from my actual text chain with a real life man, okay? You shouldn't say, I can picture a future with you. Sometimes I think about our kids meeting. You shouldn't say, I hope I can get my shit together so we can get back to this. You definitely shouldn't say, if I was in a better place, this would be a no-brainer. And you shouldn't repeatedly say, I hope this isn't how it ends. Because when you say stuff like that, the recipient might jump to some crazy conclusions and think that maybe you do want a future with this person. I know, girls are crazy. They're so crazy how they take things totally out of context, blow things out of proportion. We do. You've got to make it really clear for us, because we'll just go, whoa. We're so wacky the way we do that, the way we read the messages and interpret the words the way that they're said. So just a tip, don't say those things, because then, before she knows it, it's been 2 years and sure, she's moved on, she's living her life, but in the back of her head, it's like one day, maybe one day. And then one day she'll just be casually scrolling through Hinge, and then your big stupid face will pop up, and what will it say? Looking for long-term relationship. Well, that's confusing, because you told me, or hypothetically you told a girl, that would be her when the stars aligned, when everything was sorted out. That would be her. So now imagine the alternative. If you had just said the truth, which was, I'm just not that into you, she could have just gone on her merry way and never thought about you ever again, because I'm not in the fucking habit of wanting to be with people that don't want to be with me. That would have been so simple.
She said that she had strong feelings for the guy. Also, other things that a woman can ask if she's hinting at a relationship are, how many other girls are you dating? How many other girls are you sleeping with? Because they want to know what the situation is, what their competition is, what you're doing. Women are basically detectives. It's like FBI. Also for men, even if they post up, they're looking for a relationship. Initially, it's just dating. There's no strings attached. You're just seeing how things go. Make sure you date multiple women at the same time and you make them compete with each other. It's possible that the guy was just breadcrumbing her. He was giving her little bits to string her along because he wanted access to the box. Also, this guy said certain things because he knows women, they fall in love with what they hear. Also, for men that are 31 years old, they're peaked in terms of their fitness, their finances, their fashion, communication. They have dating experience. Whereas a woman that is also 31, she wants to more settle down. Maybe she's looking for long-term commitment, marriage, kids, a house, the lifestyle. When you guys are peaked, you're not going to want to settle down because then you got more options and you just want to play the field. You're just going to play the game, right? And then later on, maybe when you're in your 40s, then you can consider settling down because then you had your fun. This woman said that she deleted the app and then she signed back up and then she saw the guy and he said he wanted to be in a relationship, however, not with her. I'm pretty sure he's just playing the field because he wants to see how things go with the multiple women that he's dating. And things change over time. It's more of a timing issue. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what hit the hardest. I'll check you guys in another one. Peace.